Be me. Living in suburban hellhole because work. Fucking hate it here. Whole fucking town gets zipped to fan/k/see ya. Fucking fuck. Almost all my neighbors moved to whatever cities are still under US Gov control. Family tried to convince me to move to DC with them. Lol fuck that. .jpg. Me and a few other families are still living in the neighborhood. Shift all our stuff to a cul-de-sac that's reasonably defensible. Push all the abandoned vehicles between the houses, rip up fences, make a real fortress village out of it. Honestly pretty cool. Collect as much stuff from the abandoned houses as we can. Emphasis on anything made in the old world that's still usable by a pre-industrial society. Kitchenware, especially knives, are a big trade item. Modern stainless steel versus pre-industrial iron. No fucking contest. Trade for seeds of a bunch of different stuff. Realize there's no tobacco anywhere in New World. Fucking fuckity fuck. Nobody else in my oh so progressive fuck-ass suburban neighborhood smoked. Panic.jpg. Idea.jpg. Have to drive into the city. Have to fill the gas tank by siphoning gas from abandoned cars and shit. Bring a bunch of electronics that got left behind to trade for a generator, tobacco seeds, and as much fuel as I can stuff in the back of my car. This could actually work. Hook generator up when I get back. All the other families chip in for more gas. Able to run it for about 2 hours a day for the 5 houses. All the remaining families have started farming. Try it for a bit. Realize farming is fucking boring. Give my tobacco seeds to my neighbor with the understanding he gets to keep half the plants, gives me the other half when they're dried and ready to smoke. Not really sure what to do with myself. Farming sucks. I get a supply of food since I own the generator, but pretty bored. Browsing/k/one day while the Jenny is running. See some anon talking about how goblin teeth sell for a lot of money. Look at R on the ground next to me. Idea.x. This reminds me of another story. Be me, LG Sonnen. Doing gun store stuff. Dry firing the used guns to see if any of them are coming home with me. 2 customers walk in. Engage in customer service bullshit. Hi, how are you? How can I help you today? Turns out it's some guy and his mother looking to get her a concealed carry gun. She is a tiny 70-year-old woman. He is a 40-something who isn't quite old enough to be a boomer, but I dub him an honorary boomer for the conversation we had. Honorary boomer: my mom needs something for personal protection, doesn't feel safe in her neighborhood anymore, yada yada yada. Mother is nodding during all of this but relatively quiet. Show her some CZP-10s, we had like 30 of the things at one point. She can't track the slide. Show her how to do it properly. She still can't rack the slide. Show her an easy 380. She can rack the slide, hallelujah. Honorary boomer cuts in: you don't want a 380, that's too small, won't do nothing against some hoodlum hopped up on PCP. I don't remember the exact words but I know for a fact he said hoodlum. Well sir, that's not entirely true, 380 is an adequate defensive cartridge. Give him the shot placement talk. He ignores me. Demands I show his mother the 357 snub-nose revolvers. I do, feeling a sense of impending doom. Mother is, obviously, able to manipulate them fine. Tell her that the recoil from a 357 out of something that small is going to be difficult to handle. He says she'll just shoot 38 plus P. Say that's still going to be a lot of recoil. Mother asks honorary boomer what he thinks. Goes on a rant about how modern semi-autos are junk plastic and you need a good revolver because it won't jam. Mother ends up buying the 357. I still think about this sale sometimes. Pennsylvania actually. This wasn't the first time something like this happened. Be me. At LGS looking at their accessories. They actually have some pretty interesting stuff like PSO1 and carry handle scope knockoffs. Grab the not. PSO1 and mount for it so I can bub it onto my 1022. Waiting in a small line behind a Mick Fleetwood clone and some girl who clearly has Asperger's. Fleetwood is trying to trade his sporterized Martini Henry for an untouched Trisaka bring back. While he tries to lowball the clerk, I try to make small talk with the Aspie. As soon as I say hi there her skin turns bright red. Her body doesn't move but she literally turned her head almost completely around and gave me a fluoride stare. Then looks back ahead and says nothing. Fleetwood is kicked out for his insolence and the ASP is up. MFW she buys an ammo box of 50 BMG. My turn. I start to approach the counter when some desperate-looking man practically kicks open the door. "Have you seen a little boy?" he asks us. MFW me and the clerk look over at each other then look back at him and shake our heads. "My son Jason is missing, he's wearing a beige coat," he says. Then the ASP throws her ammo box at his crotch. The man doesn't even flinch. The ASP just says sorry I guess then grabs her box and walks away. The man literally starts yelling Jason into the store like the kid is hiding in there. The man then turns around and says I see him, he's right there, Jason nah ooh 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 ooh. Then runs into the empty parking lot with literally nobody but mine, the clerk and the Asperger Chan's cars. We figure the guy is just a sitso and I finish my purchase. MFW the act dovetail mount broke off of my 1022 in less than 3 days after installing it. Fucking gun stop. Be me. At my range. 50 other people standing around to check in for the range. My turn. 9mm and 380 please. Busy. Here's your targets and lanyard. My ammo. Oh yeah, I'll give us a few minutes to get more out of the back. Never mind, I'll shoot some of what I already had and just buy it on the way out. Sounds good, see you in a few. Shoot. Check out. Okay, sell me that ammo we talked about. What? Sell me ammo you were too busy to go get when I checked in. We talked, you said you'd sell me some after. We don't do that, we only sell what you're going to shoot today. Explain again. I'll have to call a supervisor. Explain to supervisor. We don't do that, we only sell what you're going to shoot today. Explain again. Okay, this one time I'll sell you a box of 9mm but we don't do this. Fucking whatever. Haven't been back to that range or bought a gun from their retail side since. Be me. Work in shitty coffee shop. Winter has come. Few members of the staff start seeing furry new friends. Health hazard, time to start catching them and cleaning the place top to bottom. Set out mousetraps. Catching 1 or 2 mice a day for a full 2 weeks. Finally it seems things are starting to grow quieter. Move a big push broom we haven't used in about a week because we have been using the smaller ones to clean everything. Family of mice, looks to be about 8 of them. The mother and the baby mice. Co-worker sees it too. I'm not going to fuck around with this, I got shit to do. He didn't want to be in the room, he was a bit too slow. I pick up the big broom and give them all a single whack, killing them all. Bag mice up and toss them and then sanitize the area and broom. Co-worker 10 minutes later, did you do it? Yeah. Little brother used to work in food service as well. This is a short story. Be him. Work at cheapo pizza place. Mice start popping up. He catches one of them running down the dining area. Runs up behind it and kicks it into the wall, killing it instantly. Be me. 21, freshly enlisted in army. Terrified I'm going to be the Gomer Pyle of basic. Imagine myself being the slack-jawed asshole surrounded by square-jawed Pat Tillmans and PT studs. 82 ASVAB. Low 200 score on APFT. Arrive at basic in FT. Knox. Our training cycle's first interaction with our drill SGTS was an eye-opener. I saw dudes who claimed to be hardcore sob in front of DSs. Guys with piercings scared of needles. 18-year-olds getting outrun by the few 35-plus guys. The biggest game changer for me was our first redeline in our underpants. Grown men crying from getting roasted by DSs. Most of our unit had never been spoken to that way as a civilian, and it showed. Sadly, everyone in my cycle passed basic. It was a new army by then, 2011, and I could already tell the military was fucked. PT failures graduated. Discipline cases graduated. Even a guy who faked a knee injury for the entire first month of training graduated. All that pre-basic fear, replaced by post-basic apathy. Nothing about basic training or enlistment is going to go the way you think it's going to go. Growing up with my family definitely had me over-prepared. Never thought I'd be grateful to have a psycho ex-con for a father, but boy, he made me tougher than I thought. Don't fucking talk, eat fast, look busy. That's how you survive basic. And we didn't have our cell phones either, you pricks. Post times you were autistic. Be me. Last night. College kid just working at Domino's. Closing, so have to stay super late with the manager to do dishes, sweep, mop, etc. Manager is actually a pretty cool dude, dad is a cop. Start talking about good boots. He says he is going to get 5.11 boots. I say that's cool, 5.11 makes good stuff, I use their chest rig and it works great. He goes, why in the world do you need a chest rig? Spill spaghetti. You know government, Kamila, blacks. He freezes. I try to recover and say helicopters, black helicopters. He walks away. Don't talk to each other rest of night. Be me. 9 years old. Out sniping shit with my trusty Ruger 1022 in the woods. See squirrel. Kreisky Wav. Take aim at tree rat. About 40 yards away. Blasted in the hind legs. Starts screaming and thrashing. Feels bad. Feels real bad. Walk up and headshot little guy. Go home and tell my dad. Beats the shit out of me. After that I never killed or hurt an animal unless I intend to eat it. I still feel bad about it. The poor little guy was just out playing in the woods. I still enjoy hunting, but I won't shoot unless I'm sure it will be a fast painless death for the animal. I'm glad my dad beat the shit out of me for it. There's a gun store on the way to a range I frequent. Be me, shy, slightly autistic, asthmatic. Arrive at store. On the edge of a national forest. Enter and immediately hit with smell of tobacco. My lungs don't like it, but I appreciate the atmosphere. Half the space is taken up by a bar, complete with old boomer sipping out of a whiskey glass. Store owner is helping middle-aged couple with finding a gun. New inventory looks pretty scant besides bolts, but milsip and assorted World War II/Cold War memorabilia all over the place. Surprisingly little German stuff, most foreign stuff looks Japanese. Ask about 5.56 223 ammo. Price is May, but better than stores closer to my house. Owner takes a puff of cigar and rings me up. Leave. I assume it was converted from a bar restaurant from the layout. I didn't look at any of the new gun prices. Every place I've been to since feels soulless. Be me. Go to favorite LGS to bullshit with a buddy that works there. Always buy something so I'm not nearing the place up. Cleaning supplies, bullets, kook conspiracy book, etc. Do this at least 3 times a week for 6 months straight. Buy 4 gats over 6 months ban. One day poor as fuck but wanna see my friend. Hang out for a half hour, go to leave. Owner asks why I haven't bought anything in a joking manner. Tell him I'm poor fag. He laughs and gives me a bottle of gun scrubber. Thanks LGS. Very happy.